This is Mark the Meerkat suffering in another bearish day on Wall Street. This is the broad market review and weekend report for December the 12th, 2014 through December 15. Well, Des certainly chose a heck of a week to go on a cruise, didn't he? Well, the S&P down over 3% this week alone. Let's take a look at today's numbers. S&P down 1.6%, Dow down 1.7%, the NASDAQ down 1.1%, and the Russell down 1.2%, and Bank down 1.3%, confirming the move down. And look at VIX, up another 4.9%, up to 21. You have to realize that last Friday, the VIX was at 12. Yes, 12. Wow. Commodities again, kind of quiet today, except again for oil, down another 3.3%, with oil closing at 57.81 cents. Yes, $57 a barrel and 81 cents. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. All right, let's take a look here at the S&P 500 daily chart. Bam, 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 bam. Right here to the 100 period moving average. Let's look at the Fibonacci again. Let's pull it from down there up to this high. And we said it would probably be falling down here around the 32 and these moving averages. And sure enough, it stopped right here at that moving average. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrials. It also just calamity down here right to the 50 moving average right here again. So we got the 100 right down there, but we've got the 50 at the moment. And by the way, the Dow down over 300 points today, dropped 100 points in the last half hour of the market. So we did finish at the lows of day. Notice no tails down here at all. And then we have the NASDAQ, which wasn't quite as bearish as the others. It did run up here today for a while. It actually tagged its closing line before falling. It's over 1% today. And, you know, is this reversal pattern? It's hard to say. And then we've got the Russell here, the small caps, bam, right down here. Again, now it's on this line here. And what line was this? This was the head, shoulder, shoulder. That's the neckline. If it breaks that, we said right at the 200 period moving average, that's the thick red line known as Big Red. If it breaks that, boy, put your shorts on. Hey, let's take a look at the weekly charts now on the S&P 500. Here's the weekly chart. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up candles in a row. Bam! Look here, there's a bit of a pattern here, isn't there? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam! 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Bam! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam, bam, bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bam. So how are we going to finish out the year? Hard to say, but again, a big sell-off this week. Will it turn around now and work its way back up for highs for the end of the year? Nobody really knows. Dow Jones Industrials weekly chart here, same type of pattern, and then bam, down over 3.7% this week. Then we have the NASDAQ. Now look at the NASDAQ here. NASDAQ, it pulled back, not quite as strong as the Dow, and then the small caps, as we said, has been in this tight range here for quite a while, and it finally broke down, but broke to the moving averages here. Again, this chart does trump the other chart. The weekly does trump the daily. And now let's take a look here at the VIX and the weekly chart. As we talked about it, every time it came up here to this 200 period moving average on the weekly chart, it has snapped back. October, it went way up. Well, guess what? At the end of this week, we're way up again. Will it snap back next in the next week here? The probability is that it might, but that could mean that our markets will start to return to their highs. Well, a couple of stocks of interest here. We had, what was it, Apple. Apple is now falling down here, and it just did another little bear pullback here right to this line of support. From over here. We'll see if it holds. Now, what's interesting here is that let me go back to these numbers. Down below here, I've got some sectors. Here's the solar sector, mostly down today, but then take a look here at the tech sector here. Look at all this social media here. Look at that. They are green on a very red day in the market. Interesting, except, of course, for Apple. But look at that. Pretty interesting, isn't it, huh? Well, let's go back to the bear picture for a moment. We showed before. You know, there's a bear, and he's sitting there waiting for the salmon to jump to take his opportunity. Well, this has been a bearish week on Wall Street, and we just have to be bears out there occasionally, and we have to be looking for those opportunities when they come along to grab that meal or that trade when we see them. So be like a bear in a stream. Be looking for those opportunities and grab them when you see them. This is Mark the Meerkat Suffering, and Des should be back on Monday. So happy trading to all of you, and trade well.